collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon in Virgo to full moon in Pisces, August into September 2022? I am your reader, fellow Earth sign Virgo that I am. Angelo, Lyons, Mal, for short, they're my initials, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. That's 24 years in service at the time of this recording, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. There's a link in the description box. You can preview it for free and even see the dedication I made to my mom, which warms my heart every time I read it because I really meant it when I wrote it. And I am a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawing the circle. We got humans, we got heroes, we got angels, we got witches, we got immortals, we got gods, goddesses, and maybe by this new moon in Virgo I will be releasing a new subscription tier, Mystic. That's going to be cool. I just have to sit down and do the paperwork, so to speak. There pretty much every morning, cup of coffee in my bathrobe, in a unlisted YouTube live stream, so my patrons across all levels of subscription can come and chat with me. We talk about the astrological weather, the spiritual implications of the astrological weather, the magical applications should you want to go there, and we always end with a little prayer, a little blessing, a little something something. I start my day that way every day pretty much, and I love it. It gets me going, and I know my patrons are enjoying it. So if you want a deeper experience, a little more magic, miracles, mysticism, Mal, darling, it's absolutely fabulous. Come Patreon on Patreon, sweetie. So I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you just call me Mal. My Tauruses, second housers, my bulls. Let's get down to business. If you are new to the channel, my channel, a 5-card draw is just one card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline, in this case, a 2-week period, new to full, August into September. We'll talk about that in a minute, because these 5 cards also represent the 5 magical elements, fire, earth, air, water, and spirit, bringing them into balance for a manifestation of some kind, spell work, whatever you want to call it, planting a seed at the new, watching it grow to full. And now let's look at that timeline. It is the new moon in Virgo, Saturday, August 27th, 4:17 a.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York. So you get to wake up in that and do a little new moon something. And I'm going to say it is... Virgo is mutable earth, one of the 3 earth signs, and it's on Saturday, which is an earth day, Saturn, planet element of earth. So literally a good day to kind of cast for anything that you want to either change or really manifest in physical form. We'll get there. Right? This is the reading to do that, right? To manifest something for the full moon. 2 weeks later, where are we? All right, the full moon in Pisces. I was born on this full moon. Virgo Sun, Pisces moon. That's me. Leo rising, Venus in Libra. Saturday, September 10th, 2022, 5:59 a.m. So I'm probably going to be doing my magic the night before, or, you know, like after midnight. Half hour before, half hour, 11:30 to 12:30. That's the witching hour afoot in each day. Just saying. So it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and check your other signs to get more seeds, or maybe different POV, point of view, pigs or vampires, about the timeline we are about to look at. Cool? So, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I will do the best that I can to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace so that you can manifest your heart's desire. That will start with the element of fire with this deck. Because as you do that, you're helping the evolution of humanity, the healing of planet Earth, anchoring higher frequency into the planet through your own personal heart's desires, which are part of a larger plan. And I really believe that we do not choose our heart's desires, because I've tried to get rid of a bunch of them and they won't go away. They're written in, right? Part of the contract. So let's see what hits the table. I'm ready. This feels good. I just did like a good 10-15 minutes of Wim Hof breath. It felt like standing up too fast afterwards, but I was sitting down. It was amazing. So I'm awake, I'm alive, I'm clear as a crystal. Let's see what hits the table, my fellow earth signs. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish for the element of fire, I call upon the ancestors. Magic, miracles, and the magics, right? The ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism, genetic, symbolic, archetypal for the Taurus collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. What is their element of fire? The spell fragment to help them define and refine their heart's desire, the seed to plant this new to full. Good cheer. Can't beat that. I mean, you can beat that, but I wouldn't. I like good cheer, no matter what's going on. Well, won't you have good cheer? Blessings of good cheer to you all. The spell fragment. With kind heart and humor free, may good cheer rule. So mote it be. Yeah, that's the spell. There you go. You're good. A rhyming comp. Let's just check. Just because we're earth signs. With kind heart and humor free, 7 syllables. May good cheer rule. So mote it be. It's off a syllable, but it's still beautiful. Virgo. Virgo. So great. What a heart's desire. What situation that pertains to? Let's get those other cards on the table. Earth, our element. We're going to use the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. It's a great deck. If you have the stone indicated in the card, great. You want to use it as a magical touchstone, as a piece of your intentional spell work, whatever, have at it. It's a creative art form. You do you. Clear quartz does everything, though, and you can always grab a rock from a garden, piece of jewelry, because it's nice over a 2-week period. Like when you see it, you're like, ooh. Like you could say the mantra, which is the spirit card, the last card down. Just an example. So let's see what hits the table. The fuel. Earth is the fuel that feeds the fire, symbolically, to manifest that heart's desire. Please take a nice deep breath. That felt good. Well, good cheer. That would make sense. Empathic in my body thing going on. As I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel. Archangel of the North powers of Earth, the Archangel of Lyons, of which apparently my parents accidentally named me. Please, one card in clarity for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers, because if they apply this healing to themselves, they're going to help heal the Taurus, not just the Taurus they know, the Taurus collective, which is, a lot of people on the planet. Holographic fields being what they are, unity being the ultimate truth. So please, what's the oracle message for the element of earth, the fuel to feed that fire and help ground and manifest that heart's desire, this new to full? Gold with quartz. Woo. Well, if you got a piece of clear quartz, they're not that hard to find. Put it with a piece of gold. It doesn't have to just be in a cluster. Wow. Now I know gold in this deck is all about money. Makes the world go rounds over, go rounds over, go around. Oh, please, I was a musical theater gay back in the 80s. Gold with quartz. Oh, I overshot it. Sorry. Life is a cabaret. If there's gold, so gold with quartz is next. Your keywords: physically grounding. Oh, it's your terrain, Taurus. Abstract ideas and inspiration. Oh, physically grounding, abstract ideas and inspiration. Manifestation. It's exactly. And we got an abstract inspiration there with good cheer. So several wonderful ideas and inspirations are filtering through into your physical reality. These ideas and inspiration, which stem from your soul, will help you manifest many of the things your heart desires. And to do that with good cheer is a pretty good deal that you have for so long desired. That's nice. That is really nice. Fertile earth. fixed Earth Taurus. Over the coming days, your intuition will be strong, and you will have a greater sense of the universal spirit that flows through all things. That's the E that equals MC squared. That's unity. That's the one. That's the divine. It's Mother Earth, Demeter, whatever you want to call it. Right? The nameless Tao, right? The divine unity. Through this newfound sense of joy and wonder emerges, which would allow to good cheer, I would think, one which transforms your life. Give thanks for this blessing and allow it to inspire and illuminate your heart and mind. Your ideas and inspirations are divinely guided. So trust them. But it would make sense. When you're in a place of good cheer, that's a lot easier. You need a glass of like icy cold Pinot Grigio on a lovely Sunday afternoon, maybe around a campfire, right? Fire pit, something, right? You know, wax philosophic and manifest some stuff. Yeah, it sounds delightful. Gold with quartz. I just wear silver, honestly. I always have been more silver than gold. But it's the Pisces moon. Okay, our element of air. Now, again, this is still a little abstract, right? So it's inspiration, right? Following your intuition to stay grounded and bring it into physical form with good cheer. Your heart's desires manifesting, which is what these reads are regardless of the sun, moon, rising, Venus sign. So let's look at the element of air, the thought, right? The thought process. Healing with the Angels Oracle. 2 ways to read these cards. One is just think about the words on the card that hit as an oracle message, right? Look it up. I've been looking up the original meanings of words from these readings. Well, that's interesting. Why? It sort of fits, but I don't know how. And then I look it up, like the ancient meaning of the word. I'm like, that's for me, right? So it's hopeful. The other is that these are the names of healing angelic legions. They're there for everybody. They're celestial. They are not bound by race, creed, color, religion, or any of that. They're celestials. So they won't come in unless they're called. They're kind like that, right? They're very, very, they have their roles, the celestials, and that's a good thing. So all you got to do is meditate, pray, think, light a candle, right? Some incense, whatever. Call them in. And contemplate what their functions of healing are. Please take a nice deep breath. The air that feeds that fire. Still point. Yes, I call upon the angels and archangels of earth. The sign of Taurus, powers of the north, the Arielites, the Urielites, the Orielites 3. Please leave the card in my hand for the element of air that stokes the fire, right? What they think about, what they desire. The relationship between thought and desire, air and fire, is interesting to consider and play with, particularly if we're talking about inspirations and heart's desires grounding into physical form with good cheer. So please, what is their element of air? The oracle message, as well as the healing legions, ready to fly in, is waiting in the wings with their wings, ready to swoop in this new to full. Healing angel of abundance, it's one of the key words of Taurus. Second house, abundance, life value, prosperity, fixed earth. Now, what work would the healing angels of abundance do? Well, immediately most people would jump to, well, they're going to give me the money that I need so that I can do what I got to do, right? And absolutely, and to do that with good cheer, blessed be, if that's how it manifests. But it might also be healing your issues of abundance, scarce, lack, right? All that stuff. You can't have a thought of fear without lack, and a thought of lack without fear. That's from A Course in Miracles. You could take that take that to the bank. You could think about that. But what would it take, right? You cast for good cheer with a piece of gold quartz and a piece of gold if you have one. I don't think they care, at least not anymore. And you call in the healing angels of abundance. Healing angels of abundance, heal my issues of abundance. Heal me with abundance, because abundance is more than money. But we got quartz and gold on the table, so that could really be about manifesting anything in a healthy abundance, right? You can have an abundance of bills. That's, not necessarily what you're looking for, unless it's dollars, right? Interesting. So, the healing angel of abundance, element of air, and this good cheer go very, very well together but a lot of them I think are ideas as well, right? So element of air, what are the ideas? And to trust it. You know, get rich quick schemes happen, and sometimes they're more lead than gold, right? Sometimes they're more toxic than healthy, depending on not just what you want, but why you want it, right? If there's desperation behind it, you'll fall for anything. We've all been there. It's a learning curve. So this good cheer is very, very, like, I just get this day, like, hanging out with friends, and this idea comes in. I've been thinking about that too. I've been thinking about that too. And whatever the manifestation is, whether it's work, career, vocation, whether it's, I don't know, relationship based, feels good. So let's use for the element of water, the Whispers of Love Oracle, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. Could be just you, could be another person, could be a bunch of people. Let's see what they gotta say. Breathe. The element of water, the emotions, still point. Ding. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love for the Taurus collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, the piece of information, inspiration, insight they need from their higher selves for the element of water, the heart part, right? The emotions, the energy in motion that we experience as emotion, as divine beings and immortal souls on heroes' journeys in human bodies. This full to new for this collective, new to full. Look at your patterns in relationships. Look at your patterns in relationships. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. Maybe to shift things into more of a place of good cheer. You know, look, let me just put this in a work context because it's certainly a general read, but I think this might highlight a little bit. You know, you can work to make yourself happy or not, right? It's like, it depends on what you do for a living. Your work, not necessarily your career or your vocation, but what you do to survive in the world. So, if it's all about the money and the finances, that puts a certain pressure on it, and so it has to be. That's just what's written into the script. But to make the flip, right? To say, all right, then I'm going to play the game. I've incarnated on this planet before. I've been rich, I've been poor, I've starved to death, I've gorged myself to death, right? We've done it all simultaneously, all at once, which is redundant according to the higher self, right? And the soul takes the journey on the hero's journey in a human body, right? And we forget all that stuff. Well, your relationships are giving you keys. Now, this could also be your relationship with money. But it could absolutely be your relationship with scarcity, with work, career, vocation. But there may be other people involved here as well. And honestly, where do we learn our money? Where do we get our money conditioning from? If this is about money, this could be about anything with the healing angels of abundance. But you got that good cheer going for you there. So I would really make that the dominant. It's like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to have a good time. And let me look at my patterns in relationships. So what do I need to shift? Because that's the thing about relationships. They're all interconnected. So your relationship with your parents or lack thereof, right? Your relationship with friends or lack thereof, right? Coworkers, all of that. It's all, these are the people. What good is money unless you got someone to exchange it with? What are you going to do? Eat it? So, look at that, right? Look at your patterns. And sometimes it does take a real high vibe to fly that high to see it and then anchor it, do something about it, right? Put it into action. And again, finances, work, career, vocation, is just one example. But that's why we got one more card. Let's see. The Macon Healing Mantra Deck. It's in every reading I do because it's been incredibly helpful and healing to me. I do Wim Hof breath silently while if you're doing the Wim Hof, WIMHOF, just give it a shot. Nothing like an ice cold shower in the middle of August. But in January, for some reason, not so much. The card of spirit to charge it all. So you get yourself a piece of gold, quartz, whatever, say the spell, call in the healing angels of abundance, and with the feeling, I'm going to look, like my intention really here is to emotionally look at my patterns in relationships. The healing angels and then said, good. Good. Then that's what we're going to work with you on, right? So let's see what hits the table. Do the mantra a little bit every day. Breathe. Yeah, I got that. Still point. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of Abundance, because it's a thing. It's a thing. Abundance in all its shapes, sizes of physical abundance, mental, emotional, spiritual abundance. You know, we usually see it in such a positive side, and I feel that with that good cheer thing, that it's there, but that needing to look at the relationships. There is a healing element, obviously. You know, plant a healthy seed for good cheer, well, then, you know, it's got to take its time to grow. So what is the element of spirit, right? The energy. You charge a spell to keep it going, and easily enough, you could chant a mantra into a crystal, program it in there. So what is the perfect healing mantra? For the Taurus Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, knock their socks off, right? They go, right? The perfect healing mantra, so that they can cast with this good cheer their element of fire, gold with quartz, with the healing angels of abundance, looking at their patterns in relationship. This new to full August, September 2022. Welcoming surrender. There is no problem, only destiny being revealed. I love this one. It's not easy. It's simple. It's not easy. Welcoming surrender, which sounds more like a waning moon thing, unless it's about surrendering to whatever it is needs to be manifested here. Surrendering, it's like, okay, so that's saying that whatever patterns I have in my relationships, they're not problems. They were just necessary things on the hero's journey of life in order for me to unfold my destiny, to reveal my destiny. There is no problem, only destiny being revealed, and I cannot tell you how obvious this is in hindsight. And the point is, let's see if we can integrate it before it becomes hindsight, right? To just be like, all right, I can freak myself out about this or not, or I can be a good cheer. Why? Because there is no problem. It's only destiny being fulfilled. And fate is what you cannot change. Destiny is what you do with it. You could suffer your fate or manifest your destiny, and I'm sure there's a scale, right? It's a spectrum, right? We're all doing our best. But as you do that, as you fulfill your destiny, you're helping everyone else on planet Earth manifest their destiny, because you jump into a more golden timeline rather than leaded. Let me read you from the Bookie Book. Then we'll do a little blessimation, and then we'll chat a little bit at the end if you're up for it. I will be. It's how I release the Zodiacal Collective and Cross Watchers. I just let the goofy fly, and it tends to purify me. Welcoming surrender, last card in the deck. There is no problem. It's only my destiny being fulfilled. When surrender is welcome, you are open to viewing life as the playground of the soul's evolution, which it is anyway. It's just, do you want to see it that way or not? You are, right? How many times have you incarnated on this planet? I've got a rounded number, and it's a lot, which I don't know if that says a lot or a little of me. How long does it take? You are no longer worrying about what to do or where to go. That's nice. Instead, you are following the gentle, peaceful flow of inner guidance in surrender. Every personal conflict can be handed over to Source so as not to distract from the prime objective of evolving your consciousness with the utmost sincerity, love, and compassion for all. But you see what that's saying? It's saying, it's like, if you are willing to just humor it, right? Play with the idea. Call in the healing angels of abundance if this is a financial thing, and be like, all right, okay, so if there is no financial problem here, there's only destiny being revealed, then I'm handing this over to me. Show me what to do and I'll do it. And then be of good cheer, because you've handed it over. Now, what are you going to do? What, you think that's a once and done? No. You're undoing centuries, if not millennia, of ancestral patterns being passed down your earth sign. Trust me, Virgo, I know. We carry the earth signs, depending on placements, really can handle a lot more ancestral processing than some of the others, because it is in the DNA, right? This mantra is ideal for eliminating resistance, dealing with anger, and easing an overthinking mind. So maybe that abundance there is also healing all the abundance, and but so that you can manifest your heart's desire. So, it's like that thing my mom said. There's no such thing as an overnight success, right? It's like people work and work and work, and nobody knows it, and then all of a sudden, bam, right? And all that they went through, there's like, what's wrong with me? Is there a problem? And then they hit it, and, on whatever level, we're not just talking like showbiz, right? Hollywood or whatever, or anything. And then they look back and go, no, it was perfect. It's what got me here. Romance, right? Name your poison. Whatever you want. So let's do that blessimation. And if you want to chill with me for a little bit afterwards, it's my favorite part at the end. Not because it's the end of the reading, but because I get to cut loose even more. And it's fun to see what comes out of my mouth when I edit it. Please take a nice deep breath. Because I'm the fun one. Still point. Fun and accurate is nice. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for my beloved Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, may they be blessed. Got the hardware with all that they need. This new moon in Virgo to full in Pisces, August to September 2022, that they can just welcome surrender little by little, because there is no problem, only their destiny being revealed, and help them to look at their patterns in relationships, right? And that could be their relationship with physical form stuff, relationship to the world. We're going to take it out of just always the romantic, sexual, or maybe even with another person, because maybe it's all connected anyway. It's all holographic. And may the healing angels of abundance, may they call upon them, because I can ask, but they got to call them in themselves, help them with healing abundance issues and healing them in abundance, and every other possible derivation of that word that they need, because they have inspiration, they have intuition that needs grounding, bringing into physical form. And Taurus can really dig their hooves in before they eventually charge. So it's okay. It's not a problem. It's destiny being revealed. And may it bring to them, and may the process be one of good cheer, their element of fire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire, with kind heart and humor free. May good cheer rule. So mote it be, and so it is. Oh, that was lovely. What a lovely read. Did you feel it lovely? Then hit the thumbs up. Help the other Taurians find this. If this is about money, think about everybody doing it a little bit. It would shift it for everybody, not just the Taurus Collective and cross watchers, right? And if you want more of me here on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe if you value what you got here, because I ain't stopping. But hit the notification bell, because I am going to be moving my home in the next month, 2 months, 3 months, who knows, going with it. So yeah, I'll put them out when they're ready to go, because I'm not compromising my art for numbers, not a mystical kind. The gods don't like it. And if you want more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more a deeper experience, exclusive content, advanced content, and me pretty much every morning with a cup of coffee talking about astrology, spiritual practice, and magic, come Playtreon on Patreon. It's a lot of fun. I love it there, building a lovely community. Humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, gods, goddesses, and soon-to-be mystics. I just don't know exactly when, because I may be traveling to go look at houses. Yeah, I love it there. I think you'll have a really, really good time. And trust me, I'm the Archangel of Lyons. I'm named after Archangel Ariel. My parents just didn't know it. But you just call me Mal. Bam. Otherwise, thank you so very much for watching. I really do love my earth signs. I love my Taurus. I have a lot of Taurus friends throughout my life. So seriously, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this new to full August, September 2022. My beloved bulls, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.